Welcome to Tavern Talk 716. Coming to you from 60 feet down in the bunker. Here are the hosts. International best-selling author Keith White Jr. and Lawrence Duran Gomez.
Yeah, since it was an onion.
Hey, it's the people.
Oh, hey there, we are on. All right, Tavern Talk 716. We are back again this week in the bunker, the beautiful, beautiful bunker. We are here, and I know the last couple of weeks I've been doing summer shandies as the summer months are upon us. This week, though, I'm just doing regular old beer. Wegmans was all out of Diet W Up, the delicious alternative to 7-Up that tastes not as much like 7-Up as I would like. But we're gonna do a cheers here, as I am international best-selling children's author Keith White Jr. and with me as always,
I am Salvatore Morocco, aka Duran, aka the Professor of Procrastination.
Wow! Also, you're Lawrence Gomez. You said Salvatore Morocco.
That's one of them.
That's one of them. All right, Tavern Talk 716. Kaboom! And I would say that. I brought my glass again this week, but I think I'm just going to drink out of the can like a man does this week because I'm not mixing. So
no shandies this week.
No shandies. I didn't. Unfortunately, the store was all out of Diet.
They are running out of supplies.
Yeah, the things are kind of starting to run a little lower than they used to. So we've just had to go with just beer this week. So that's all right though. That's all right though. Nothing wrong with a couple of cold ones.
How you feeling this week? I feel we never really communicate interpersonally.
We do.
I just kind of jump on to
almost every week. I ask you how you're doing, what's new in your life, what's been going on this past week, and then you tell me, and then we talk about other things, and you never ask me how I'm doing, or what's new with me, or what's going on in my life.
Well, let me rephrase my statement. I feel I never ask you how you are doing in your everyday life.
Well, then I would absolutely agree with you. I would absolutely agree with you. I'm feeling good about you asking. So things are good on this end. I'm enjoying the time with the fams. Your pants are killing me again this week.
What's the matter? These are the best.
Those are like Zubas, but they're like no Zubas I've ever seen before. They look like they were made with Sharpie markers.
They were made specifically for Salvatore Morocco.
Those are Salvatore Morocco exclusive Zuba pants.
And I feel like this is a thing now. We're going to show off. We're going to show off.
You're also wearing two shirts. You're wearing a shirt similar to last week. It's the color version of the Tango Torres shirt drawn by this guy. I actually prefer this color one. I really, really like that one, the way those turned out.
I'm a fan as well.
Those turned out great. Me and the kids saw Tango Torres wrestle at Riverworks a few years ago, and they all have their shirts autographed. Actually, mine is as well. By
how about that? That Tango, he's okay.
Tango was there. He signed autographs for the kids. They loved him. And actually, my kids going up to Tango drew some more kids over who all wanted autographs too.
It's really funny. In my professional career, I could not stand Tango Torres, but I feel like as I've hung up the boots, I've really gotten to know the guy, and he's actually pretty cool.
So what you're saying is that all those years when I was saying Tango was where the money was, maybe I was right.
I like the guy. I'm just saying, since I've hung up my boots as Salvatore Morocco, I've come to have an appreciation for that Tango Torres character, and
that's right.
He's not bad. He's not a bad dude.
He's not a bad dude. So, and that's why he lets me put him in all of my books. And back now to where you were asking me what I've been up to.
Yes.
You tried to change the subject on me. I see what you did there.
Foiled.
You son of a gun, you. Anyway, I've recently started working on a new book. So
I was going to ask if you have any new material coming up.
I do. Working on a new book. There's another book that came out not too long ago, and I'm working on another one. So, I'm starting to get back into the old book game here. I took a break when we started, right when we started doing the show here. I kind of took a break from writing for a while. Not that I was burned out or anything. There was just not enough time in the day to do everything.
This show has taken up some, a little bit of portion of our life.
Right, and then, once we're done filming here, I know we just go and do this. But then, I got to upload this footage, and it gets edited, and music's added.
For sure,
graphics.
absolutely.
And it's nothing fancy. Don't get me wrong, It's not like down here, the whole show, it's like fancy, fancy, fancy. Although we'll say it right now, fancy, fancy, fancy. But it's not like we do anything crazy or anything fancy or any spectacular or anything, but it still takes time. and it still takes work, and then I got to rewatch all the episodes to add all the things, or I'll forget where they go.
Otherwise it won't say fancy, fancy, fancy.
Right, and it won't say Fancy Feast, which it's not going to say because I don't want to get in trouble with Fancy Feast. Is Fancy Feast the meow, 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 meow? Is
No,
that
that's Meow Mix.
Oh, that's Meow Mix. I don't have cats. So, and I make enough money where I don't have to eat cat food anymore. Remember those days when we had to eat cat food because we were so poor? And then this show hit. Now we are eating dog food, baby.
Loaded. Wait, what?
So anyway, working on a new book, which will hopefully be coming out soon. And once the quarantine is over and life is back to usual, hopefully then, once everything's back to usual, I can do some book signings again. Because I really enjoyed going out, meeting kids and parents, and doing book signings.
You've never asked me to go.
I have pictures of you at book signings. I have pictures of you at the book. I did a book signing at the Buffalo International Film Festival, and I have pictures of you at the table with me at the film festival before that movie about Calvin and Hobbes that they had. Did a book signing before that movie. I think something.
I feel you're confused. I feel Tango Torres went.
Nope. Tango Torres and Salvatore Morocco both were at book signings. And
ladies and gentlemen, back in the day, as Salvatore Morocco, I tend to imbibe a significant amount of alcohol. So forgive me if
I would hope you
certain moments of my life are.
I would hope you weren't intoxicated at a book signing for children before the screening of a children's movie.
It's okay. I was drinking Baileys.
Why does that make it okay?
It's acceptable.
Why?
You just can drink that in your day-to-day lives.
That's like saying it's all right if I was hammered. I was drinking mimosas. That doesn't make it okay.
You're right. Mimosas are only for Sunday brunch.
I don't understand alcohol consumption then, because you were at a children's book signing,
You got some learning
signing
to do.
books for children. You were drunk, and that makes it okay.
Bailey's in my coffee. It's totally acceptable.
The only time it's okay to be intoxicated at book signings is when you write books for adults, because those guys are always drunk. Like novelists and stuff, they're always drunk at their book signings. Like those guys, you show up and they're and then you get it, and it just says like, "Pick me up a 30-pack" when they hand you the book, which I do as an author. I understand, so I will run out and pick them up. They always get mad though because I come back and it's like Jenny Cream Ale or something, because that's my little joke to them.
Yeah,
it's like now you get Jenny Cream Ale, I got you, wah ha ha. But that's when that's acceptable. What you're talking is you were getting drunk and then hanging out with kids,
just signing their books.
This isn't a.
I'm not technically hanging. I'm on this side of the table.
This isn't a weeknight in South Buffalo. You don't hang out with kids drunk.
I'm on this side of the table. I'm not hanging with children.
Well, you're
I'm
signing
not Mr. Cooper.
You're signing up. You're hanging with Mr. Cooper? Did you just make a hanging with Mr. Cooper joke? It's the first time for everything, folks. You're with the kids and they're like, "Oh, hey, can you sign my book?" "Ah, sure can, kid." "Yeah, how's your mom doing?" Because you're all drunk and you hand them a book. That's awful. If I'd have known you were drunk, I would only had you there for 2/3 of that book signing.
Well, now we know.
Now we know. Next time you only come for 2/3 of the
more
book
you
signing.
know.
The more you know. This show is
knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe. I can do this all day. I know what you're talking about.
I'm right there with you, my friend.
So, another week, another show.
Indeed.
How many times have you read Strawberry Shortcake?
5,000.
5 times. Now, I'm glad you say that because I read it before giving it to you. So I'd like to discuss what happened in it with you.
Let's go.
So, on page 5 is when the villain of the story, who I'm sure you know his name, which is?
Gargamel.
His name is not Gargamel. He is doing what? Remind me what he was doing on page 5. Well, don't touch it, though. Don't touch it.
He bakes a pie.
He does do that. He does.
Yep.
He does attempt to bake a pie in the book.
And then he tries to feed it to Strawberry Shortcake to steal her powers.
Which is weird, because that's not how I would have described what happened on page 5. Especially because he didn't bake the pie on page 5, and he didn't try to feed it to her, and she doesn't have any powers. So, I understand, people, when they read something and they get their own thing out of it, like, you read a poem, you don't get the same emotion that I get out of the poem.
Yeah.
Like, you read it and you're like, oh, this is about, self-discovery. And then I read it and I'm like, no, it's about, consumerism. And we both get something else out of it. I get that. This, however, is a Strawberry Shortcake comic book. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I don't think you read it.
You're a liar.
I'm the liar. So should I open it to page 5 and show everybody?
Absolutely. Let's go.
You're not going to call
No,
it? You're going to go with
I'm
it.
ready.
All right, everybody. I'm going to page 5. So this is television right here. Let's see. 1, 2. So 3, 4. And this is page 5 here. And it would appear that Miss Shortcake and her friends are at some sort of pie making competition. There's no bad guy. There's none of that stuff.
You said page 5.
Yeah. Which page?
Oh,
what page did you think I said?
That's what I meant. I thought you were saying 15.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're not numbered.
See if now,
11, 12.
if we were on the same page from the beginning,
We were page 5.
There would have been no.
We were on the same page. Page 5.
No miscommunication.
Okay, we're on page
whatsoever.
15, where you will see that that's this one here. I know this is super entertaining for all the people out there on a show called Tavern Talk 716. I'm showing you pages from a comic book of Strawberry Shortcake, but you'll see that none of the things he said are happening on this page either. Whoa, there's Lemon Drop and blueberries and what'd you say the other one was named?
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Oh,
Okay.
did I say 15? I meant this comic.
Oh, so
Marvel Age.
So you're telling me Strawberry Shortcake is in Marvel Age. We were both standing at that point, so that was just a shot of both of us standing with our heads not showing. So that was a good shot.
All right.
So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because I didn't read the comic book either, and I was just trying to call you out. I didn't have any idea. Page 5 could have been the things you said. I would have had no idea. I really thought you were gonna call me out when I was calling you out. You'd have totally had me, but no, I'm the winner. So. I don't know if you knew this.
That's okay. You gotta get the co-host. You gotta throw the co-host a bone.
Which is what I did for you.
No,
which is what I
that
did for you because I am the main host of the show. As we've been going over this for weeks.
So it's a rock.
You know what? We'll do is we can settle this real easy. Right there, it's going to say at the bottom of the screen who the main host of the show is.
I guarantee it says South Vermont.
Somehow I doubt that. Somehow I doubt it. And now in the comments section below, if you want to say who you think the main host is, please do. Please, you tell the world that I'm the main host. I'm fine with that. But right down here, it's going to say who the main host is. It's also going to have the main host's website, KeithWhiteJr.com, down there as well, so that you can visit the main host's website if you'd like to know more about this artwork that he drew on the co-host shirt.
I have no control over the floating letters on the screen, so.
Which is so weird because you would think the main host would.
No, I leave that grunt work to the co-host.
You leave nothing to nobody
Thank
because
you
I
very
am
much.
the host. So, what I was going to say...
Move on. It's best if we do.
So what
For
I was
you.
going to say before all of that, I'm really talking with my hands today, so... Hiya! Ole! What I was going to say is we're actually... we've got a couple things. Normally on the show, we cut away to Nickel T. Buffalo live via satellite. This week, I've got a big surprise for you. We're actually going to be cutting away twice. One's not really a cutaway. It's just kind of things are going to change slightly on the screen for everybody watching. As we are going to call via Zoom. We're going to call Ranting Ron.
We're going to have Ranting Ron on our show?
The man you fired.
Are you prepared for the plummeting of rate?
Oh, the ratings are going to go right down into the toilet because we're going to have Ron on the show. But the reason I want to bring him on the show is, first, he doesn't know we're going to call him.
Okay.
And
So we can get the
and secondly, I want you to explain to him why you fired him right on the air. I think that's for everyone. I think that everyone watching this show, I'm moving, my hands are all over the place. I think everyone on this show should get to see and hear why you fired him. So we're going to call him.
I only got one problem with that.
Which is?
I don't remember why I fired him. Besides, he was a lousy producer.
That was what you had told me, that you had fired him because he sucks. Because he is, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Did I phrase it like that? I feel like I might have.
No, he didn't. I apologize. What his actual words were, I fired Ron because he's a heaping pile of doo-doo garbage.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah. So we're gonna call him on
Those are
Zoom.
words I would use.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna call him on Zoom, and you're gonna get to say hi to him. Hopefully he has no, like, he's going to just pick up, call me via Zoom, all right, and he's going to answer, and then we're just going to hammer him.
It'll be
We're just
super
going to
exciting.
hammer him. So we're going to do that. So we're going to set the Zoom up and give him a call.
Yeah, so let's bring
All right,
him up.
we're going to
Let's
call
bring
him up right now.
Don't worry, I got a chronological person in the back. They write down all my outfits and
Right, you do know none of this will be on the show, right? That you're talking about
my blood.
I don't know what you're talking about.
all my bruises and everything, just to keep the chronology.
The following message has been paid for by Ranting Ron without the knowledge of Keith or Duran.
Hey y'all, this is Ron from the Ranting Ron Show. Some of you may not know, but I also produce Tavern Talk 716. That's also on Twitter, at Tavern Talk 716. I have two goofballs running the show, and I think I'm going to get rid of them. They like to talk crap behind my back, creating shows called the Anti-Ron Show. What is that? So, if anybody knows of anyone, maybe you, who wants to host a show and get a co-host for Tavern Talk 716, get a hold of me. I'll hook you up. But don't tell those goofballs over there, Keith and Duran. Let them just keep going on. And I hope they get locked in that bunker and can't get out. Go Buffalo.
So that was, now that we got that out of the way, and Duran.
I just want to say sorry, Ron. Business, not personal.
It's not personal, you sure?
For this show purposes, it's business, not personal.
Fair enough. So, and now that we've got that out of the way, and we got Ranting Ron out of the way, if we want, that splash on your face and everything went in your ear.
Ring my ear.
I don't know what, you are drunk. So, now that we've got that out of the way, I figure now we can stick our other little video.
Oh, we're going to do back to back.
We're going to go back to back, yeah.
Back to back.
Now
All
that we
right.
have Ron on the show, we are going to
Good old Nickel T. Oh, man, I look forward to the Nickel T moments.
So,
Nickel T has really injected a shot of life into this show, because we all know my co-host, Keith White Jr., just hasn't been bringing the tenacity the last few weeks that I'd like to see. So I'm really just happy that Nickel T is just picking up the ball that Keith White Jr. dropped, and he's running with it. It's fantastic. It's a good thing to see, and I can't wait to see what Nickel T brings this week.
what I was going to say is that after the downer that is Ranting Ron, we needed a step up with Nickel T Buffalo. I'm not going to say that now because I just got thrown under the bus. The bus ran me over. Duran waved the driver back so that the bus backed over me. Duran then said, never mind, I don't need a bus ride. So then he drove over me again. He then said, no, wait, I do need a bus ride. So then the bus driver backed up over me again. And then Duran waved to the bus driver and said, no thanks. And off it went, running over me one more time. So now what I'm going to say is, we go back to Nickel T Buffalo live via satellite at the Nerd Terminal, a great store to pick up any kind of retro whatever you like. The reason we cut to him is because Duran just doesn't have enough for a whole show. And you can ask enough what? It's just anything. Whatever it is you want to say, he just doesn't have enough. I'd love to just chit chat with Duran for the whole half hour. He just doesn't have it. You know? He wants to have it, but he just doesn't. Some people just don't have it. He's one that doesn't have it. You know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go back to,
And he's just twisted the knife, but it's all accurate. It's
right.
not
I'm
even-
just he backed over me the bus, and I used my one unbroken arm to grab something. Yeah. So now that we both
We gotta fucking fix that.
where's the F-bomb? We got weeks.
It's been weeks. It's been a good run. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to the FCC and all the mothers at home that allow their children to watch our
We
show.
went weeks without an F-bomb, and there it is.
I
You
want to
see,
apologize
one of the hits he doesn't
from
have
the
is the
bottom of
ability
my
not
heart.
to curse.
from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry I fucking swore.
Oh, 2 in 1 show.
But we have to fix that damn chair, I'll tell you.
I know.
You're so colorful that chair gets involved, and the chair's like, I want to be on the show too.
I got the squeakiest chair in existence. And I'm not sure why I got the squeaky chair, because I move a lot. There it goes again. That's all right. It's fine. So we're going to go to Nickel T Buffalo live via satellite. Hopefully he's still there, seeing how, that was 5 minutes ago we were going to go to him. So let's cut to Nickel.
I'm sure he's ready. He's a consummate professional, unlike that Keith White Jr.
All right, let's cut to him now.
Did he?
Dances divinely.
Was that?
He dipped him.
I mean, it was graceful.
Thanks, Nickel. That's just what we needed after that's just what the palate cleanser we needed after, you know what, I just figured it out. We had Ranting Ron on the show, and then we were attacking each other. He did that.
He caused that.
He caused that.
Thanks, Ron!
Every week, that guy.
Man, that's the last time that happened.
I almost dropped it.
You're fired again from being a guest on our show.
You're fired from guest duties, Ron!
He brings out the worst.
We're back. We're back
Okay,
together.
all right.
That's
Woo!
what we needed.
Ladies and gentlemen, cohesive unit.
Tavern Talk 716. Kaboom, it's right there. We're back together where we should be. Now we got Ron out of the way. Next is this chair. This chair under here, he's next.
We're going to fix that mother...
Creak, 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 creak. We're going to get...
Big chair.
You already dropped 2 of them. You already dropped 2.
2! That's a record, because I feel like I've only dropped 1 in previous episodes.
No, you definitely dropped more than 1, and then said in another episode, a couple months ago, you said, my goal was only to drop 1 per episode, like Mick Foley. And you said that after your second one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I've already made the joke of dropping another F-bomb in reaction to my first F-bomb.
Yeah, but it was months ago, so go ahead and make it again. I won't say anything.
No, I mean I did that already. So
and I won't tell anybody. So
well, now I can't. It feels forced. It's got to come natural. The F-bombs do.
You just don't have it. I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding. You got it. You got it in spades, my friend. You see, we don't have Ron on the show now, so now we're friends again.
Is there any other topics you want to talk about? Quarantine makes it tough. There's not a lot of
we do okay.
Things going on in the world. So
there's not. The world is still mostly shut down. Things are more open than they were. Other states are open pretty good. New York, where we are in the 716, not as much as some other places, but we're getting there. The world's getting there as a whole.
You know, I haven't seen the outside world in forever. Are people like mutated up there?
You remember that movie?
Is the air still breathable?
You remember that movie Blast from the Past?
Yes.
With Brendan Fraser and Christopher Walken, and what they thought the world was going to be when they came out of their bunker. Remember what Christopher Walken thought
when they came out, and it wasn't like that. There wasn't acid rain and like people mutated.
Not that. Go back a little bit in the movie. What Christopher Walken thought the world was going to look like. That's what the world's like out there.
Man.
Yep.
Christopher Walken's worst fears come realized.
That is why your girlfriend pees on the ladder every week.
She doesn't. She's too scared to go into the world.
She gets halfway up there and she starts getting scared because she knows what's out there. You don't leave, so you don't know. She knows. Yeah. She leaves and she gets halfway up there and she gets so scared she pees right down the ladder, and then we gotta walk through it and we're touching it with our hands and our feet are getting on there. And then I think 2 weeks ago I saw you licking the side of the ladder on the way down. And you're like, oh, no, I dropped a candy bar.
It was a candy bar.
I said, why do you even come up and down the ladder? You don't leave the bunker. You climb all the way up the ladder when I leave. You're like, okay, bye. And then you climb back down the ladder.
That's just being a good friend.
It's a pee soaked
ladder. I see you off.
The ladder is soaked in pee. You are climbing it when you don't need to.
You know, some things you just overlook to be the best friend you can be in these difficult times.
Well, as a friend to you and the main host of the show,
I know I am.
That doesn't make any sense when I just said that I was. So what I'm going to tell you is you don't need to climb the ladder anymore. And if I see you climb the ladder, I'm going to know it's because of the pee.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And with that, I would say we are just about done for this week. So for main host of the show, international best-selling children's author Keith White Jr., I am with...
And as Keith White Jr. likes to tell me who I am, I'm Lawrence Gomez, a.k.a. Salvatore Morocco, a.k.a. Duran Rex, a.k.a. the actual host of the show. Don't forget it. Don't you forget. He knows.
Wrong! Either way, this has been a really weird episode of Tavern Talk 716, and I would say we're just about done, so we'll see you down the road or down here in the bunker.
Thanks for dropping in.
Don't drop, though. Climb.
Bring gloves.
P.